Hello, everyone. I want to ask you this question and just think about it. Are you completely content with what you have, what you do? Or do you sometimes get this question? oh, how come I don't have this, which that one has? Or you might get this thought, I wish if I had that, it would have been wonderful. Do you get such thoughts? The probability is yes, you do. Let me tell you one story here. Okay. So there was this young man, and this young man, he always had this kind of a concern or worry for himself that I'm not good enough. And whatever I am doing, well, there is always somebody else who is doing best. If I am doing this, there is always somebody who is doing 10 other things, right? And so, thinking of this, whenever he used to go to his college studies, he saw his, fellow mates. He was very talented, but at the same time, he wasn't very happy because internally, somewhere, he was always comparing with others. If I can play this instrument well, there is this person who plays, say, for example, I play piano well, and then there is this person who plays drums well. Well, and he would think, oh, well, I don't play drums. So then one day he thinks of going to one sage or a wise man. And so he goes to this wise man in his village, in his town, and he tells him, this is what happens, and I feel I'm always unhappy. Then this wise man, he says, he doesn't say too much, but he gives him three different seeds, like plant seeds. And he says, you have to nurture these seeds for next 1 month. And he sends this young man back. So this young man comes back wondering, what do I have to do with this? But he thinks, let me trust what this man is telling me to do, right? And so he sows all those three seeds, and with his heart, he really takes care of them, water them, make sure sunlight is good, all that for 1 month. And so then he comes back to this sage man after a month. And then sage man, this wise man, sage, he asked him, so what happened? And then this young man says, yeah, as you told me, I nurtured those seeds. And one of the seeds, it became a very beautiful little plant, and it was of lilies flower, and lilies are starting to grow already. But there is this another seed, which is just kind of sprouting. And there is this another seed, which I don't see much of a growth as yet. Then this wise man says, Do you, did you ever get this thought that why come this another seed is not sprouting just like a lily? Why this one is not giving flowers? Or why that one is not growing fast? And then this young man says, no, I didn't get such thought because I know like lilies, they are growing faster and they're giving flowers. The other one, I don't know what seed that is, But that plant is taking time, and the third one is taking more time because maybe they are all different. And then this wise man says, exactly, exactly the point. In nature, there are these different trees, birds, animals. We never compare it with each other, but we know there are certain plants who would grow quickly. Certain plants would give you fruits quickly, and there are certain who won't. And similarly, in our life as a human beings, we all are very different. You can never compare one with another because one is good at one thing and the other is good at other thing. One is taking its own time to grow wiser in life, right? Become mature. See, but whereas the other one may be growing faster and becoming mature quick. So, this young man learns his lesson and takes this lesson to his heart and really starts to accept each one, love each one without comparing. Now, for us, how can we really practically do this in our life? How can we really check ourselves if we are really comparing ourselves with another one? And what is that antidote? What do I do practically to remain content, right? And we might do this in two parts, but today, one thing is very important to understand if we really want to be content with ourselves and our life is to understand spiritually who am I? Because answers to all our questions, to all our questions in life, lies in spirituality. The spiritual understanding says that who I am not this body, and I am a soul, a pure presence of consciousness, awareness, who doesn't belong to this physical world, meaning who transcends all the limitations of this physical world. And when we use this word human being, right? Being is the part we always forget. There is this human part, right? There is this body, there are women, there are men, young children, old men, old women, like various types of bodies, right? Like, have you, like, we don't even, like, so many people we meet with, and not even one single person looks like as the other one, right? There is just so much variety in this human part, right? This word human. But if we understand, if we go beyond, if we open that curtain of our understanding and go beyond that human understanding, there is a being, there is this consciousness, there is this awareness. And when I understand that everyone is a being of, I would say, being of light, light means consciousness. And this consciousness, if we remove the human part of all the people in the world, this being is the same. There is absolutely no difference. We all are a being of consciousness, awareness, a pure presence. We can call it soul, a spirit, life. Life, this body gets life because there is a soul, right? That being. And that life, everybody is same. Everybody has a natural nature of peace, love, and happiness. That's all of our natural nature. And when we understand this being part, then we know that there are these various different human parts to it, right? There is a being, and then now to that being, we can associate a human part. Now, right now, this person, Shweta, right, is talking to you. You are listening. This one has her own like story of this birth. You have your own story. Now that being, that story is kind of associated now, right now, for us in this birth. But that story is very beautiful and unique and needed for this whole cycle of life, what we can call it as. So today, what we will do is let's do a very brief meditation just to kind of grasp and understand this in a meditative way. And then we will, in the second part, we will talk a little bit more about the some couple other antidotes to this feeling of comparison. Okay, so sit very comfortably and take one deep breath. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. And now you can breathe normally. You can keep your eyes open or closed, doesn't matter. As you are breathing normally, just focus your attention to the breath for a few seconds. Let it flow naturally. And as we are doing that, just kind of move your attention beyond the physical things that you're seeing, beyond the sensations of this body that is touching the chair, sounds, any anything that you see with these eyes. Let's just go beyond. And ask yourself, who am I? Am I these experiences that are changing always? Am I this body that is made up of all these sense organs? That body has always been changing since it took birth. Am I that? Or am I a being of consciousness, awareness, being of light, which is beyond these physical things? And with the eye of a mind, meaning if you want, you can visualize a tiny star at the center of the forehead. And visualize as if there is this soul, a spirit, radiating its light, vibrations of peace, love, and happiness. Giving life to this body, meaning the one who is experiencing using this body. Feel that natural peace and love and joy that you are a being who is always constant, immortal, imperishable. And everyone that I see with these eyes, I see that human part with these eyes. But with the eye of a mind, with that understanding, with that eye of wisdom, I understand that just like I am a soul, everyone else is a soul, that awareness, consciousness. And now for a second, just kind of let these images of body disappear completely on the screen of a mind. What remains is the being, souls, as if tiny stars everywhere. And they are just like me. We are equal. We are seeing. And as if this body is a costume and every soul is wearing different costume. How beautiful that is. As if in the garden of flowers, there are variety of flowers here. Now I hold this image. Slowly and gently come back. Just try and experiment with this and see what happens. What kind of thoughts are coming to you? What kind of experiences are coming when you see everybody as equal to yourself? Thank you, and we will continue this